Hi, it's Emilia here. Welcome to my new video. Today I'm taking one of the MDF shapes from Stamperia. It's a old watch shape and I'm going to turn it into a beautiful gift. This watch clock, I think it's from the Master of Magic collection, but I'm not completely sure. I will link it below the video. It has two layers and the hands, frame and like a main piece, and today I will only use the frame. I'm starting by applying the acrylic paint to the frame. If you have a very light color paint or if the paint is not covering very well, would be probably better to use the primer before the paint. These paints from Stamperia are covering very well, they're very opaque, and I'm just going straight with the paint on the base. So I will do that. I'm using old kitchen sponge. Actually it's not old. It's new, just cut into smaller pieces, and this is my favorite tool for painting because it leaves really nice texture. So after going with one layer, sometimes I would apply a second layer. I usually decide after drying if it needs another layer. Very often one is enough. I will also go on the sides of the frame, and then I'm going to add some texture to the front, and for that I will use stamping first. I'm using the stamp from my latest collection for Stamperia Timeless, but you can use any stamps that you like. This time I will go with the script, then with the little like splashes, and then with the lace design. There is lots of similar patterns on the market, so I'm sure you will find something. This is just to add an interesting detail to the frame, and after that I will also apply a texture paste. I have chosen quite busy stencil. I will try to avoid areas where there are larger holes. I want to have something really small. I want this frame to be quite busy. So I will go with the volume paste, texture paste, however you call it. This paste from Stamperia dries really quick. It's quite thick. I love it because by the time I will clean the stencils, usually it's dry or almost dry, at least enough to go with next step. Next, I'm choosing the papers. I will use my own collection, Timeless, and this time I will just I decided to go with the browns. The project will have no blue, so even though I'm trying different areas of the papers, I will go with the dark brown script on the beige background. Because I'm not using the other part of the clock, I will also cut out the circle out of the cardboard chipboard piece to make my back piece strong. I will adhere the paper to the cardboard and then I will adhere both to the frame. The one tip here is to make this back piece slightly smaller than the frame, so you don't have any places where your back is sticking out. But if it happens, it is easy to cut it off with the craft knife. And of course I had to do it. Luckily I have a very sharp knife, so it's not difficult. And this knife I got from Amazon. I love it because it cuts really well, so I will give you the link for the knife as well. Then I will ink the edges. First I started with that permanent ink from Stamperia, but then I thought it is too light, so I changed it to a coffee ink. This is much darker, and I wanted this edge to be darker, as later I'm going to attach a string or all around the frame. Now I will start decorating. So I wanted to have more texture but nothing overwhelming. So I took this old piece of lace. I think this is from some clothing. I sometimes buy these clothes in second hand or on car boots that have really nice lace or fabrics, and then I will just use them in my craft room. So I'm going to apply that on one side of the clock where the composition will be. I know some people will think later, oh, I covered the whole lace and you know, what's the point? And the point is that the lace can be seen here and there, and this adds interesting detail to the project. So I'm going to reach for all the various pieces from the Stamperia collections. This chipboard I had for a long time, I think maybe from the garden collection, not sure again, but I will try to check that for you. Of course, please use anything similar if you will be creating this project. You really don't need to have the same elements. You can go with the same steps, so painting, texture, embellishments which are similar, and then you will have a really nice project. I also took one of the Tim Holtz stamps. It has this light bulb. I wanted it because I want this project to have this vintage vibe. I also have handmade flowers and paper leaves. The flowers are made out of fabric, and I've got the tutorial on my channel how to make these flowers. These are with the latest Stamperia cutting dies from the set called Blooming Flowers, and I also have two flowers from Sizzix die cuts, and these were called Tattered flowers, something like that. I will link that below the video, and also the video for these flowers is on my channel, so please check that out. I will try to link it here as well, so you can see the cards popping up on the screen with the titles of the videos. Playing with the elements, it's always my favorite part. Oh, I also have a little piece of cheesecloth. I did use a green ink on it. It's also an old piece. I had it, I don't know, on the shelf for years, I think. Finally decided to use it. Well, it's good to look what you've got in your craft room and reach for these things instead of letting them rot on the shelves. Anyway, I from the same stamp set I chose a sentiment, actually one part of it, which says do not wish to change, because this gift will be for my niece, and I think it really suits her character. So I hope she will like that. I created a smaller, actually a tiny composition on the opposite side using just one flower, just to balance the large composition on the bottom. And I actually will be finishing it soon, so as you can see, it didn't require many different elements apart of the few flowers which you can make or you can use if you have a ready-made, but I do encourage you to make your own flowers. I stamped the sentiment with the same ink as I did the light bulb, and I will cut out just the bottom part, and then I will apply 2 layers of the cardboard on the back just to make sure that it will stay straight on the project. To give the frame a finished look, I'm using a rope. This is, well, I bought it in a local store. It's quite thick and it's uneven and very like rustic. So I thought it would look good on the project. I'm applying the glue to the edge of my clock and I will go around with this rope. It is quite thick and I love the texture it adds and the color, everything. So I thought this will look here really nice. I wasn't sure what to do with it on the top, so I actually went around that top piece with it and made a knot, and then I tried to arrange it on the sides, the loose ends on the sides, just to, I don't know, give it an interesting finish. Very last step, which you can of course skip if you don't want splats on your project, is adding splats of white acrylic paint mixed with water. I will also go with that paint on the rope just here and there to blend it with the project, and this is it. I hope you like it because it looks so pretty, and I think this is just cute little gift that my niece can have on her shelf, and I really enjoyed creating it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel to be notified about the new videos. Thank you so much for all the support and love I receive. Hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.